Okay, like I said, it is 4 a.m. in the morning, 4:19 or 4:20. It's like 4:19, 4:20 in the morning. Spend up spending time with the Lord. And when I first woke up, I had this dream, of course, and I wasn't gonna put it out here because I thought it was more personal. I did. I thought this dream was a lot more personal, but God said it will help others understand where they are in their journey with Him. So I'm going to talk about, excuse me. So I'm going to talk about this dream that I just had. This dream I just had. It was a nightmare for the devil. It was a dream. It was a good dream for me. Okay. Okay. I was in this facility, and in this facility, I had people around me um, talking about a contest, talking about a contest, talking about a wager, all or nothing. It was all or nothing wager, some kind of contest, and I was thinking that somebody else was going to be in it, like it was somebody else's position to be in this race, in this contest. I didn't think it was mine. And I'm up here talking to everybody, all these different ladies and everything, and all these different men, and I'm talking to them. They were like angels of God. They were all like in white clothing and different kind of clothing, white clothing, some of them black clothing. It didn't make them good or bad. It's just like when you meet Father God in His robe, in His judgment robe, He has black on one side and white on the other side, because He's either black and white. It's not good or bad. It's like you're either one way or you're the other with Him. It's like you're either one way or the other with Him, and that's biblically speaking. When you see Him and He's in His judgment robe, it's either you're gonna see a black and white robe with Him. So you had these angels walking around with me, talking to me about this contest, and some of them had on white tunics, and others had on black tunics. And it wasn't they were black, like the colors or the race. They were different colors of different races of people, but they were, just either they're one way or they're the other way. Well, anyway, moving forward, as I was talking to these people, I went into a house, and as I went into this, well, it wasn't a house. It was more so like excuse me, it was more like a parking lot of a home, or maybe like a hotel or a motel like I'm in now. But it's like I went to this room, kind of like the room I'm in now, and I was talking to these same angelic beings in that room with my kids. And I was just talking to them about this race. And one angel said, "You have to run as fast as you can. You have to run as fast as you can to get to the finish line. It's a hard race, but we know that the runner can do it." They didn't say my name. They just said, "We know that the runner can do it. We know they can do it if they just focus and run as hard as they can, as fast as they can, and don't let the enemy trick them. Don't let the enemy fool them." That was, they kept saying, "Don't let the enemy fool you. Don't let the enemy trick you. Don't let the enemy fool you." And I was like, "What do you mean by fooling or tricking me, or fooling or tricking us, or tricking the runner? How will the enemy trick the runner?" And he was like, "Illusions. He will make it seem like it's one way when you really have more to go." And I was like, "How will he do that?" And he was like, and they were like, he's like, "Variety of ways." They was like, "It's a variety of ways he can trick the runner." He said, "But the runner has to keep going till he gets to the finish line." They kept emphasizing that, like, the runner has to get to the finish line, and you have to get to the finish line. every last, I call them angels at the time frame. They look like people. They look like people in tunics, walking around with me. But now looking back at it, I knew they were angels of God just talking to me, telling me that I had to run until I get to the finish line. But it wasn't just me in this race. It was other people in this race, okay? It was other people in this race. And so I did not hear a bell. I did not hear anything. I did not hear nothing, y'all. But out of nowhere, the people, it went from me being into like a room to an actual parking lot and to an actual facility where I had to run. And I was like, whoa, wait. It's like, I didn't know. I was like, whoa, I didn't know I had to run now. And without warning, I literally took off running. It's like my body just took off running. And this is a hard run. I'm running through obstacles, over hills, over all kinds of different situations, scenarios. I mean, I'm running with everything I got, y'all. And it's like everything you can think of to try to hinder you, from people trying to grab you and pull you back, to people who trying to come in and throw things at you, or you know obstacles you got to run past, and you got to run over cars, and I mean, you can, if you name it, it was on this obstacle course, you hear me? But you have to keep running till you get to the end. And they kept saying it's a hard race, but we're here. And it was like all the people in the tunics was on the, like, a mountaintop. Like, it was like I was in the valley, like I was in a valley. Like I was in like a trench. I was in the trenches, and I'm running, and it's like all these people that had on those tunics that was talking to me at first, they were on top of these trenches, like at the top of the mountains or at the top of the hills, and they were like, it's a long race, but keep running, you got it, keep going. And it's like they're running with me on top of the trenches, on top of the hills, and they're looking down, cheering me on. And they're like, keep going, don't stop, keep going, you got this, keep going, keep going. And so I'm running, and I'm running. And then it comes down to some people trying to stop me and talk to me and ask me questions, but it was just to stop me, to get the enemy close enough to attack me. And he came close and tried to attack me. And I dodged the attack, and I dodged the bullet, and I got back on the race, and I kept running. And I mean, it was like a long, hard road. I mean, it was like the terrains were horrible, man. I mean, it was like your feet, it's like my feet in the dream was hurting because it was so much. And I looked down at my feet, and I didn't have on any shoes. Other people had on shoes. I didn't have any shoes on. I had my regular feet hitting the pavement or hitting the ground. And something happened where something started tripping up the other runners, like their shoelaces, or they had to stop and tie their shoes. They had to do something with their shoes, or something with their clothes, their shoes, something they had to do with something. And me not having on any shoes and running with my feet, my bare feet, and having the bare minimum gave me the advantage some kind of way. It gave me the advantage against these people. And I kept running, and I ran as hard and as fast as I could, and I started passing up the other people because, like I said, they were tripping and falling over other stuff they had. I just had myself, the bare minimum. And that gave me an advantage for me not having to stop and do anything. So anyway, I ran past a lot of obstacles and situations with people, and it got down to the very end where I saw one of the black tapes. I saw a black tape, and I ran and I got to it first. I got to the black tape first, and I cut through it. And I was like, I did it, I'm done. me thinking I'm finished, no. I looked up and that demon was coming for me. And it's like I had a car, like a used car. And I thought I could get this car and drive the rest of the way into the lane. I think I was just going to get the car and drive the rest of the way down. No, no, no. This demon came for me. And I was like, no, I won. I won. I won. I'm done. And he looked and he shook his head. No, you're not. You're mine. And then I looked and it was a false black tape. It was false. It wasn't real. It wasn't the finish line. Sorry, I have to cut this off. It's 4:30 in the morning, and I gotta finish this up. Anyway, I'm getting ready to finish this up. I had to cut off the alarm. So I sat back here, and I was sitting around here, and I thought the black tape meant I was done. Now this is the thing. Now this is the thing. At the very beginning, you remember the angel of God said, "Don't let the devil fool you. Don't let the devil fool you." And this black tape, when I thought I broke it and I thought I was done, well, that was the devil putting the black tape up, make it seem like I won. And he caught up to me because I thought I was running everything, and I was going to this car, this used car. And I got into the car because I was going to drive the car the rest of the way down. And Lulu, no. Anyway, I was going to drive the car the rest of the way down. And, well, basically, in so many words, it was a trick. It was a trick of the enemy. And the angels, I finally heard them, because at first I couldn't. When I ran across the red tape, the black tape, I couldn't hear the angels no more. I couldn't hear my cheerleaders no more. It's just quiet. That's why I thought I won. And I was about to get into the car to drive it through the rest of the terrain, right? Wrong. That demon came up and looked and said, "No, you're mine." As soon as he said, "No, you're mine," I was like, "I'm not done." And I was like, "Oh God, I'm not done. I'm not done." So I sit back and I ran into the car and I closed the car door, and this demon was trying to tear the car door open. I mean, he was doing everything he could trying to tear that car door open. And I had it closed, and I was trying to lock it, but he broke the lock on it, because I blocked all the car doors. And he broke the lock on the car door. He broke the lock. And so I got out the car real quick, and I locked the car back, and I threw the keys at the car, and I got back on the road, and I kept running. And then I could hear my angels again. "You did good. You did good. Keep going. Keep going." The demon was kind of stuck at the car part, like the car had him stuck a little bit. And I kept running. And so when I looked, I was like, "Oh, that's the finish line." And I had to run up a hill. I had to run up a mountain, run up a hill. And I mean, it was more, terrain and more obstacles and everything. But they wasn't as bad as the first part of the race. It wasn't as bad. So it was like more just running around different problems, running around different measures, running around different things. It wasn't nothing blocking me. And then I looked back, and I guess I got used to running and swimming down, because some kind of way I stopped running and I started swimming. It was like water was there, like I could jump up and swim. And so when I got to the part where I was swimming, because I don't know how the water got in the whole dream, but it was like I could swim to it. And so when I got up and realized I could swim to it, I was a great swimmer growing up. So I got up and I started swimming my tail off. And that was when I looked back and saw the demon coming, and he was like, or it was, I ain't gonna say he, I'm gonna say it. It was like, looking at me like it was mad and everything, trying to come at me. And I looked, and it was 4 or 5 more demons with him this time, all of them coming for me. And so I'm up here swimming my butt off, but then it was like I heard the angel Lord said, run and swim, run and swim. So in my dream, I was running and swimming at the same time. And it gave me like lightning speed. It like gave me something like lightning speed. I mean, I looked up and these things was gaining, but then when I started running and swimming at the same time, I don't know how I did it, but it was like running and swimming at the same time gave me lightning speed to get past them. And I got to the finish line. I got to the finish line where the wall was, and I crossed it like in the nick of time. I crossed it right before they got to me. I crossed the line and I finished. And the demon, and the demon that was chasing me the whole time, he was like, no, 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 no. And he was trying to still come at me. Now I'm over now this is the thing. I'm over the finish line. I made it. I won. This time I really did win. I really did win this time. And he was trying to still come at me, but he was like, it was like some kind of force field or something. It was like a force field keeping him from touching me, because he was like chasing or trying to tear at whatever force field that was around me, keeping him from touching me, because he had his talons and his claws out trying to tear at it, trying to get at me. And I was on the inside of the finish line, like I was on the winning side, and he couldn't touch me. And he just tearing and screaming and no, no, no. And it was like he said, I had her, I had her, I had her. No, he's like, I had you, I had you, I had you. I know I had you. And I'm on the opposite end, and it was like bigger angels and all white this time. They had these huge regalia, like these beautiful robes on. You know, they were huge, tall, tall angels. And they, and I'm up here and I'm looking like, looking at these demons just trying to tear at this force field, trying to come at me, trying to still get at me. And these huge angels with these huge, beautiful white robes on came past me. And one of them said, congratulations, Kimberly, you made it. And I said, thank you, sir. Thank you. And he was like, he said something like, rest. And he touched my forehead. He said, rest. And when he said rest, I got rejuvenated almost immediately. Because at first because I was on the floor looking at him act a fool. Like I was like on like back ends of my, like I was sitting down on my bottom, and it was like I backed up to make sure he couldn't touch me. And I was just tired. Like I was just, like I could not stop panting. I was like, I was really tired. And when the angel touched my forehead, he was like, you did good. Rest now. When he touched my forehead, I got rejuvenated like immediately, and I could get back on my feet, and my feet wasn't hurting anymore. My body wasn't in pain no more. I think he tried to scratch me or something, or maybe he did scratch me somewhere, and that was hurting my leg, but I ran through it. I didn't even think about the pain. It's like everything got healed as soon as he said that. But it was like, it was crazy, because as soon as these angels stepped out past the finish line towards these demons, it was like Satan or Lucifer came out, and he was like, we had her. She was ours, and she was this and that, and we had her by the leg or something, he said. And the angel of God said, we saw the whole race. She won fair and square. No, she didn't. She's scratched. She's this. We had her. And the angel gave him the rules again. Whatever, all the rules, he just started reciting all the rules of the game. And he was like, and from them rules, she made it across the finish line. You did not grab her. He was like, you did not grab her. She made it across the finish line. She won the game fair and square. But he ran down all these rules. And he was like, he was talking about how I went verbatim textbook verbatim by the rules. So Satan was trying to make up some other rule or something, and he said that is incorrect. He kept on correcting Satan. Everything he said, the angels of God would come in, like be different angels just correcting him on the different rules. He was like, well, no, I know in the rule book it says this, and that, and that. And he was like, no, the rule book states. And a scroll would show up, or some kind of scroll or some kind of paper would show up, and he'll read the rules verbatim, exactly what it states, and show him. Like he's showing, like, nope, the rules state this. Nope, the rules state that. And it's like they was correcting him every time he tried to, like, finagle and twist the rules around to fit him. He was like, nope, she won. And so all the angels was like cheering and everything, but he and his demons, they were, no, we had her, no, 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 no. Everybody screaming no, the demons saying no, Lucifer or Satan saying no, and the angels of God said, you will return everything to her. She won fair and square. She said, you have to restore everything you stole from her. And he is pissed. I mean, this demon is holding his head, pulling out his talons, and he's just mad, 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 mad. I mean, having a hissy fit on the floor. And I'm looking like, whoa, even Satan is up here stomping and mad because he got to return everything he stole. And then it's like, I won't, we'll fight again, we'll fight, da-da-da, we'll fight. And that's when it got real, y'all. Oh my goodness. When he said he wanted another war for my stuff, oh my God, literally, my God stood up. It's like I could see him stand up out of his throne. He stood up, and with a thunderous voice, he said, you will return everything you stole from my daughter. Sevenfold was inside your home. You will return it now. And then he said, no more war. He was like, if it's not returned, Daddy said, if it's not returned promptly, he will get involved. And when he spoke, y'all, the whole place shook. It was like an earthquake, like an earthquake beyond prepare. It was like everything, including your whole soul. Your soul shook. It was so powerful when he spoke. And I was like on my face. Like when he spoke, I got on my face like, whoa. Because I got scared. He was mad because he was like, Lucifer or Satan didn't want to go by the rules. And Abba, the creator Elohim, yes, Yahweh, he was looking at the whole race too. And when he spoke, including Lucifer or Satan himself, everybody fell to their face. I thought it was just me on my face. No. Everybody fell to their knees on their face. And then the other one saying, oh, how wonderful you are, how marvelous you are. It's like the other angels that were cheering me on, I could hear them at the top of the terrain saying, how wonderful you are, Master, how powerful you are, Master. Like they just started going into straight worship because of the power of God. The power of Adonai was so powerful. Like it was like your body already went to that posture immediately. It was like immediately posture of worship on your face, worshiping him. Because it's powerful. It was just like, that's just who he was, And it was beautiful because the angels, when they got up and everything, they lifted me up. They said, you have won. And then it was like, you shall receive it was like, go get your gifts, or you shall receive your gifts, or something like that, they said. And so I ran back to the car that I was in. I was like, look at the car. And I was looking, and the other angels was like cheering me on, like, yeah, girl, you won the car, you won da-da-da. And I was like, but he broke the door. I said, Satan broke the door. His demons broke the door. Look at the door. It's torn up. They up here pulling it up, and they broke the door. The door don't even lock no more. And the angel of God said, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to make them fix it. 10 times fold. He said something like tenfold or 10 times fold or something like that. He said, he going to fix this door. He going to fix everything he broke. He going to fix everything. And they were walking down the same path that I ran. Like they went all the way back to the beginning. Like they had taken notebooks or something with them. They were taking notes of everything that he stole, everything that he broke, everything that he ran over, everything that he damaged. They were taking notes on it. And they were like, we're getting it back to Adonai. He said, we're getting it back to Adonai. He will make sure that he replaces everything he took, everything he stole, everything he broke, everything that he did. He will make sure that he repays. And that's what the angel of God told me. And then I woke up, y'all. And I got on my knees and I started praying. I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, you know, it was like 3:13 in the morning. It was like 3:12 or 3:13 when I looked at the time. But I got on my knees and I started praying. I said, Lord, because I woke up like, Lord, I feel like I won a victory, you know? And it was like a big one. And I just said, Lord, you know, be with me, help me through this, you know, please get me into a better position. I just got up, started praising him. Well, really praying, not praise because everybody's asleep. Usually not praise, I start singing and it's everybody still asleep here. So I'm gonna praise when I wake up. When everybody wake up, I'm gonna put on my praise and worship music, y'all. But I was up here praying, talking to him about everything, about my feelings and everything. And for the whole time I was talking, I didn't hear him. I didn't hear anything. And I felt like I did something wrong. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't hear you. Did I do something wrong? And then I heard the angel of God, I heard the Lord say, you did nothing wrong. You're fine. And he was like, go rest. Go rest. And then I was like, okay. But then right before I rest, he was like, wait. He said, put this out on YouTube for my other children to know. And I was like, put it out for other. I said, what? Because like I said, I wasn't going to put it out here on YouTube because I felt like it was a personal thing, you know. But when I was on my knees, the Lord said, no, this is a example for others that are running this race to not get fooled by the enemy. Don't get tricked by the deceiver. He will throw all kinds of obstacle courses in front of you, all kind of problems, all kind of things. But one thing about it, when I was going through those obstacle courses, I could stop and pray. Just like now in my waking life, y'all, when I go through problems, I get on my knees and pray. If I got to fast and pray, I'm going to do that. If I get out my Bible and ask God to show me which way to go, I'm going to do that. But my thing was to still pray. Ask the Lord which way to go. Get silent before him and wait for his answer. Wait for him. And that's what I always do. In this life I got, this is what I do. But in this dream, I would stop and pray and ask the Lord, which way do I go? How do I get past this obstacle? And I was doing that while I was in the race. And he got me through it all. The Lord got me through it all, y'all. So he was saying, put this out there for the others who are running their race right now. Don't be fooled by the enemy. Don't stop at the black tape. Don't let him make you think that your race is won and done when it's really not. It's a trap. It's a trick to make you stop running. It's a trick to make you stop pushing. It's a trick to make you stop going down your race. Don't stop until you know you reach the finish line. And you'll know that it's your finish line because it will be it'll be an uphill battle. It's not really a battle. It's more like an uphill climb or an uphill run because it wasn't even a climb. The uphill I had to go up was like you running up a hill, you know? And the uphill climb or the uphill run was it was kind of treacherous because it was steep, but you could still run up it. It wasn't like you got to climb it. It was almost like you had to stop and climb. Almost. But if you lean forward, and this is just what I did in my dream, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I did. If you lean forward, if you lean in, and you keep running and swimming with everything you got, because in my dream I could run and swim and give yourself lightning speed. If you run and swim up that mountain, up that hill, you'll reach your you'll reach your finish line. But you have to stay the course. And it is a narrow path, y'all. I mean, sometimes that path was so narrow running down this road, man. It was like you was running on everything. Like you was running on empty sometimes. Like you was just like I was running on empty, like I was running on fumes at the very like kind of like how I feel right now. Like how I felt right now, like I was feel like I was running on fumes, like I was running on empty, like I'm running on empty. But every time I feel like I'm running on empty, the Lord replenishes me. Just like now, every time I feel like I'm running on empty, the Lord replenishes and tells you to rest. He told me to rest. Just like when I got through praying earlier, he said, go rest, but first put this on YouTube to help out your brothers and sisters in their race. It is not easy. And yes, y'all do hear Lulu. She went back to sleep. My dog, she snores. But you may not understand everything, but it ain't for you to understand it. It's for you to run your race down this narrow terrain, as they call it. Some not a narrow, it's kind of like a valley, but you got to run it. And you got to reach that finish line, and don't let the devil make you stop thinking that you made a finish line, because that's how he made me think I was at the finish line. He put a car and some black tape at the end of it, me not realizing that's not the finish line. And he tore up that car. Like I said, I jumped in that car to try to, get away from him, and he was tearing that thing up. The demons were tearing that car up, but I didn't stop. I got back in the terrain and I kept running to the finish line. And the Lord said he's going to make him repay you. Everything that demon tore up, he's going to make him repay you. And honestly, I feel like that second car was the car that I recently got from that house. And I told you guys that these people tore up my Corolla at first, and then they tore up my my Nissan Rogue. That's what the second car looked like a Nissan Rogue-ish kind of thing, like a truck kind of SUV, and they tore it up. Or it was like a vehicle. I ain't gonna say it was like a Nissan Rogue, but I would say that it was more like, no, it wasn't. It was like a Honda, like a old school Honda. That's what it was. It was more like an old school Honda Accord. That's what it was like. But I take that as my second car I had that these people tore up after I reported to the police and everything, tore it up, and I still had to let it go and keep on running. And so, if you're in this race like I am, the Lord has told me to tell you, don't get fooled by the enemy. He's going to do everything in his power from tantalizing your senses, your earthly senses, your earthly needs and wants. I mean, he's going to try to trap you with everything he got to make sure you don't reach that finish line that God has for you. But please, 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 as I say this to you, please listen. Don't stop running. It's a song they used to play back in the day called Lord, I'm running, trying to make 100 before, because 99 and a half won't do. The devil will give you 99 and a half, will let you think that 99 and a half is good enough, and it's not. Take back everything that he stole from you. And that's why he's fighting you so hard. If you're going through this race, or you're going through this thing called life, and he's fighting you on every hand, it's because everything he stole from you, he's got to repay back sevenfold. God said tenfold in my dream. He said tenfold. You got to pay it back. You hear me? And he don't want to pay all that back, y'all, because that's a lot of weight he got to lose. That's a lot of stuff he's losing. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of finances, a lot of health, a lot of wealth, a lot of stability that he got to give up because he stole it from you. From the time you were born, God said from the time you were born until your race is finished that he gave you, the devil got to pay back every single piece tenfold. And that's to all of his children, not just me. Tenfold return. And the reason why he went from sevenfold to tenfold is because he refused to give it back. See, every time the devil refused to give back something that belongs to you, the Lord up the gains. He up it. Because he's like, the more you trying to keep it, is the longer you're going to have to pay more. And he wasn't playing. Because like I said, when Adonai spoke, all of us fell to our feet. Fell to our faces. All of us fell to our faces in worship. It was automatic. He didn't play that. And in my soul, I saw him stand up from his throne, saying to Satan, you will pay back everything you stole from her. 10 times over. Because he was giving the angels of God a hard time trying to get it back from him. He didn't want to give back anything. He wanted to fight and do another war. And that's when Abba, Adonai, Yahweh, Elohim, the creator of all things, he stood up and he told him. And yes, Lucifer fell to his face too. He had no other choice but to. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue will confess that he is Lord. You understand? Every knee shall bow. Every tongue will confess that he is Lord. Adonai. You understand? So it is no choice. When he stands up and speaks, you fall to your face. It's automatic. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not out of reverence or respect. He made your soul. He made you. He made your body. He made everything that you ever touched, even looked at. He made it. So when he speaks, it don't matter if it's out of anger or out of love. You fall to your face. And that's just what happened. That's just what happened. So the Lord told me to put that out here to say, don't be fooled by the enemy. Keep running. It is hard. It is tough. But it's going to get easier. Now, this race I put out here for myself, meaning that we're all still running, and this was basically like a path of how to handle the situation. I like to claim that I am either finished with my race or I'm running it to get to the finish line. But either way it goes, the Lord told me to put that out there as a dream I just had to tell you guys. Keep running, keep fighting, keep praying, keep fasting, keep praising him. You're almost done. And don't get fooled by the enemy, but you're almost done. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. You got this, children of God. We got this. And we're fighting from a place of victory, not a place of defeat. Because in the end, we win. Okay? Now that's it. I'm getting off of here and I'm going to try to get myself a couple more shut eye before I got to get up. I pray that you guys have a blessed day, a blessed morning, a blessed weekend. This is Saturday. I pray that you guys have a blessed morning. And that the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and show you His salvation. May He pull you out of every dark place and put you into His marvelous light, clean you up and get you ready to fight or rest, whatever God has for you. I pray that you are ready. God bless you and keep you guys. Good morning.